Hi, fire signs. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your March 2021 reading. So all the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, welcome to your March 2021 reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you guys, what the divine is telling me to tell you guys. I can't even believe I'm saying March 2021. It feels like it's going so fast and so slow all at the same time. So I've been talking about the fire signs. You are coming out of hell and going into heaven, and it says go the distance. So you guys, you know, we're at, and then it says time to go, and the next one says higher power. So it's like you guys are, you have been on this journey. You have been running the marathon. It says you have gone the distance, and now you're ready. You're ready to do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever lesson you needed to learn. You have learned it. You are on the right path, and higher power. It's like God has got you, and you know it, and you feel it. It could be your higher power, it could be angels, divine spirit, whatever your angels, whatever you believe in. But it's like you are being divinely led. You know this. This is like you guys are coming out of an addiction or out of a job. That could be workaholism too. Like whatever you guys are coming out of, you have completed that lesson. You have learned what you needed to learn. And I'm going to add these cards up because I'm starting to get into the numbers too, and I'm so excited. So like going the distance is 47. And when you see a number 47, you add the 4 and the 7, and it comes to 11. And 11 is a very spiritual number, but it also, when you add 11, it comes out to 2. And it's like harmony and balance. So you guys, harmony and balance is in your life, and you can see it and you can feel it, and that is amazing. And the next one is time to go when you're ready, and it says fulfillment, fruition, attainment. Share your wisdom with the world. So you guys have a lot to offer. I know you don't think you do, fire signs, but you do. You have so much more than you know you have to offer. And you know, it's so funny because I've been in recovery. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I've been sober for 31 years, over 31 years, which is a miracle. And I was talking to somebody a couple of years ago. I knew I was meant to speak out loud. Like, it's time to start telling my story out loud. And she said to me, she's like, how long have you been sober? And I'm like, 30 years. She's like, you're an expert. I'm like, oh my God, no, I'm not an expert. She goes, well, if you knew somebody that was if somebody was a lawyer for 30 years, would you think they're an expert? And I'm like, well, Jesus Christ, they freaking should be. And then I'm like, I expect other people to be an expert for doing something for that long, but I don't expect myself to be, because all of a sudden when I hear the word expert, I feel this horrible pressure of like, people are going to expect me to know more than everybody else, to be better. And I'm not. I've been doing it for a very long time, and it is a gift and a miracle. And I have a lot of experience with it because I've been doing it for longer. It doesn't mean I'm above than or better than, but it just means I've been practicing it for a lot longer. So I never want to get to feel like I'm above than. I want to feel equal to, but it is an area that I have a lot of experience in. So whatever you guys think you don't have to offer, it is bullshit, and you have way more to offer than you ever knew you did. And you have learned your lessons, whatever they were. This higher power is like, you guys, you're ready. And 4s are like, take a leap of faith, manifestation, structure, stability. So all you fire signs, you guys are a gift to the world, and people really need you. They really do. And when you aren't able to do that, you're denying people the gift of you. And that's not fair. So the next one, okay, is love. And it says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You guys are love. That's what people want to be around. That's what people need to be near. And, you know, that song, What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love. What the world needs now is all the Aries, all the Leos, and all the Sagittarius, the fire signs. We need you. And purple is spiritual. So like this is very, you guys, maybe you do have a huge spiritual connection and you don't want people to know or judge you or think you're weird, or you love God, or you're just really into your spirituality. You guys are spiritual teachers and leaders. And the next one is patience. And it says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. So you guys have been very patient, and it is happening. Like, there's a really good book that I listened to. I don't know if you've ever heard of Hay House, but hayhouse.com is like Louise Hay. They have a lot of audio books, but my girlfriend told me about this one book, and it's called Sacred Contracts. And I listened to this book and it like blew me away. And it's like, you guys, I don't know if you believe this or not, but I do, that we all have these sacred contracts that we knew before we even got here, before we were even put on this earth. So it's like, okay, if you guys are meant to be spiritual teachers or leaders or healers, which you guys are light workers and you're healers, and when you're sent here to be a spiritual teacher, leader, light worker, healer, it means you survived hell. You survived hell in order to get to the other side of that. So you had a contract before you even got here. You're meant to be a spiritual teacher. Well, you can't teach until you've learned. So you need spiritual misbeliefs in order to learn your lessons so you can go out and teach people about that. So yellow, I'm also getting into, you know, I was saying the numbers and the colors, but yellow is you excel in more than one area. You have a lot of gifts. You have at least two, but I'm thinking you have way more than two. And it says changes, epiphanies, no self-doubt. You guys, get rid of the self-doubt if you can. See the opportunity. Now is the time to live and to step into your power. And it's teaching. And I was saying, you guys are spiritual leaders and teachers. And the next one is loneliness. And it says, I know that I'm never alone. And this is people from all over the world. So what I'm telling you, fire signs, right now is that maybe you're afraid you're going to be lonely, or that people are going to think you're weird or you're crazy. But what I'm going to tell you right now is, at first it's scary. At first it was for me anyway, to actually acknowledge and admit that I have a strong, huge spiritual connection, and it's gotten so big that I can't not talk about it anymore. And it's not religion. It's love. And I don't want to force God down anybody's throat. And I remember saying that to my girlfriend. I'm like, I don't want God forced down my throat. And she's like, nobody does. So like, I really believe part of my spirituality is love, that I am meant to spread love. And I have a connection to a higher power. And I'm going to tell you how I was able to get my connection was, I was at a retreat, a spiritual retreat, and there was a priest there, and we were sitting in stadium seating, and he said, do you want to see God? And I'm like, yeah. He says, look in front of you, look behind you, look to your left, and look to your right, And there he is. And I was surrounded by people. And I had my spiritual awakening. One of them, that day, that spiritual awakening was like, oh my God, God's in people. And everywhere I go, I see people. So everywhere I go, I see God. Now, I have been given the gift where I can see where everybody is on their journey. So I believe God is in all of us, in every single person. And some people are living in fear. Some people can't believe that. That is okay. I'm not judging them. I can just see where they are. And as I can see where they are, it takes me back to, I remember that's where I used to be. I'm not there anymore, but I remember being there. And so I can have compassion, I can have kindness, and I can have love for them. So I know you guys are understanding what I'm talking about, but that loneliness of worrying that there's nobody on this path with you. And I'm telling you, this path is way bigger than you ever possibly knew it could be. And until this pandemic, I didn't realize, I thought I was crazy. I thought I'm not going to have any friends if I tell people about this connection that I have, because I feel like once I got it, I have to spread it and share it with as many people as I can, but not in a way that's, I have to be myself now is really what happened. I can't pretend that I'm not this way anymore. Eventually, when you guys have the light in you, and all the fire signs that are watching this, you guys have the light in you. And eventually that light shines so bright that it takes more work to hide it and to not show it than it does just to let it shine through. So you guys are starting to let your light shine. And in the beginning, is it scary? Absolutely. The more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it, and the easier it gets. But you have to promise me that you guys will shine your light as bright as you possibly can, so all the people can see you. And it might take a while, but because of this pandemic, I've been on Zoom a lot, and I was telling you guys I'm in recovery. So there are meetings on Zoom. I've been all over the world because of Zoom, and there's so many people on this journey that are just like me, and they might not live in your local area, but they are out there and they're looking for you. So I hope you're able to believe and trust that, because they are. And me telling people that I read these cards, when I first started this YouTube channel, I didn't tell anybody I was doing it. Like, a few people knew, but I wasn't comfortable in it. And now I tell everybody, because I'm so happy that I do it, and I'm so proud of it. And if people don't like it or they're afraid of it, that's okay. It's not for them. It doesn't mean I shouldn't do it. All right, guys. The next one is frog, and it says prosperity. So frogs remind me of fully rely on God. So it says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy, abundance, and good fortune await you. So you guys, maybe you're afraid if you really pursue this path that you're not going to be able to financially support and not just survive, but thrive. But this is saying, yes, you will. Most people think they need to chase the almighty dollar first, and then they go into their soul's purpose. But this is saying to me, when you guys get into your soul purpose, you will be provided for. It might not look the way that you think it should at first, but I guarantee you, when you step into what you need to be doing, the money and the abundance and the fulfillment is going to be there for you. So the next one is pronghorn, and it's action. It says, now is the time to act. Opportunities are here. Move forward with confidence. Your talents will always help you land on the pinnacle. Your quick wit and keen sense will lead you to success. So fire signs, this is everything that I'm telling you. You guys, People want to be near you. Please don't deny them the gift of you. The next one is unicorn, infinite possibilities. You are the sovereign and of the seen and unseen worlds. The magic of love surrounds you. Beauty transform you. Listen to the spirit of light. Abandon the darkness. Go beyond the ordinary and become the legendary. You guys, the unicorns, do you know unicorns are so magical and special, and people are now starting to believe in them. But the next one is there's butterflies on here. And so maybe you have been cocooning and not letting people know that you're a butterfly, but eventually you come out of the cocoon, you have wings. You're learning how to fly, and maybe as you're learning how to fly every day, you can flitter your wings a little bit more and for a little bit longer, so your confidence is starting to come back. But let people see the love. You guys have so much love to give, and your gifts are so needed during this time. You guys know that. You know that people are looking and they are searching for you. So you're meant to be spiritual teachers and leaders, and you might do it through art. You might do it in a really creative way, but you guys are meant to do it. And this is affirmation and confirmation to all the fire signs for the month of March. The world really needs you, and we need a lot of love. So I am saying to all the fire signs out there, I wish you a fabulous month of March. This is your sign signing off. If you're still watching, thank you so much, and please subscribe to my channel.